Alright. Knots in your boards. How you deal with it, you know. This glue up has a bunch of them. Most of the boards for this project don't. A lot of different ways to deal with it. I've done everything. I've tried it all. I've tried epoxies, which they're fine. You get a black mass in the void, but it's messy and you're spending money on a product. I've done dutchman patches, and all dutchman patches really, I should have had this out for you to show you, it's just cutting a piece of wood larger than the void and laying that out, drawing it out, cutting around with the chisel, removing it with the router, pairing it out, and putting it in like a puzzle piece. It's like doing a butterfly mortise. It takes a lot of time. Looks cool, but you see it. You see the dutchman patch if you look for it. You can hide it pretty well if you get a piece with the right grain. And the people who know what they're looking at appreciate it. It's kind of like the marking of a true handmade piece of furniture. What I've been doing lately is more of a, and I think it's cool. You leave the knot and you use pieces of scrap wood that you saved, because you should never throw out any of your wood until the project is delivered. You can use it for things like this. And what I use a chisel hammer, because it's got a concave and a convex end. If you use the convex end, when you tap into the piece, you're not going to leave elephant prints around the corners. I've got a finish saw where I remove the set. So this becomes a trim saw. So I can lay this on, I tilt it up a hair, and I can trim off without scarring up the piece. Sharp chisel. I've got this hard steel block that I actually use to put a keen edge on while I'm working instead of going to the stone. It's a lot quicker, don't need water. And that's it. So here's a knot here. I really didn't super prepare this. Of course, you have to have your mustard container with your wood glue in there. And what I do is I just cram some glue in here. And then I quickly shape some pieces. And if I'll still be in the frame here. Yeah, see, I wasn't as prepared as I thought. Let's do this. So I want to create a little point on this. So it'll go in, it'll slide in easier. Just shape around that. Knife edge. You want to get to the approximate width that you need. And then you can kind of tap that into place. In this case, I have to trim these as I do them because it's on an angle. A lot of times you're doing this and everything's vertical, so you can cut them all at once at the end. So that's one piece in there. Use the same piece here. Trim this down again. I don't really need that too much. Okay, you want to make a nice little knife edge there. And you want to put that right in the next one. What this will do is it'll leave the knot, but there won't be any voids, you know. And look, if you're using a wood filler, I don't want to knock what you're doing, but wood filler is an amateur move, you know. If you're doing something for yourself, you want to do it fast, alright. You know, but if you're charging people for furniture, you kind of, I think you owe it to them to do a better job than that. That's just because I care, you know. I'm a little wacky. Alright, now this is not done yet. I'm going to do a couple tiny pieces, but for the sake of time on the video, I'll trim this up real quick, and I'll show you what it looks like. Keep in mind, this isn't done. When the finish gets on, it changes, but you can see already how much better that looks. And it'll take the same finish that That'll take the same finish with the rest of the, you know, the wood surrounding it, the whole board. You won't notice it as much. So, you know, that's a kind of a faster, easier way to deal with the knot issue or any voids in the wood. Hope that helps you out. Woodworking tips. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see pictures of how-to, you can look at my Instagram, which is hashtag MikeZDesign. And I also have a Facebook page, you know, facebook.com/MikeZDesign, singular, Mike Z Design. And you can see complete picture folders of work, start to finish, see how I do things. And that's that. A lot more work to do. I may do a real-time video later today on a butterfly mortise. I got a crack on one of these boards.